One of the things that I find interesting, I don't know if anyone else is like this, but I sometimes write to understand what I'm thinking. Like to clarify my thinking, I have to write it down and go, what am I actually thinking about this topic? And then sometimes I understand how I am thinking about a topic by just discussing it, talking about the topic. And as I go through it, I start to sort of say, okay, I have an opinion here, I have a POV here that is starting to solidify. So I have an emerging POV here that I want to share that I'm not sure exactly where I sort of land the plane on this one, but let me kind of describe it. Is I see technology and AI specifically as an unavoidable reality. Cannot be, we can't escape to the woods, to our cabin, although I do love spending time in the woods in a cabin. But we can't run away from technology and AI. It's just not realistic. And it could be increasingly unrealistic to be able to maneuver through society without some sort of connection points. However, what I'm more interested in, and I don't see enough of this online, is a discussion around how do we pivot technology and AI so instead of going down its current path, which is really obsessed with kind of rational efficiency, utility, application of the technology. Like even in most contexts, I'm sure everyone here could understand and think about it in their own world, is when I see AI being used, it's really about how do we make an existing process more efficient? How do we automate it? This kind of thinking, right? It's not about how do we use this to make the current process more interesting or more, higher value adding. It's generally kind of initially around utility, function, efficiency kind of mindset. And what I want to see is more of a conversation online around how can we leverage AI as a creative tool, not a rational tool, but a creative tool to allow us to be building a society that can be efficient, but at the same time is also thinking about beauty and enchantment. How do we build a world that has more beauty, more enchantment, more unexpected delight? And how can we do that? I mean, this last couple of weeks, I've had several experiences around service. And what I've seen, and this is even in the human world, is service is become more and more rationalized and efficient, but it's like soulless, and nobody kind of owns the kind of outcome, and it's people in individual steps, and it's there's no delight, there's no sort of unexpected, wow, this has really surprised me here, what you've done in this step of the service experience. And this is through multiple things. This is through like car dealership interactions, food, like restaurant interactions. I'm just, I don't see enough of people or processes that are being looked at through a lens other than what's our minimal viable service that we can provide the lowest potential cost to a client or customer. So, I mean, this doesn't just apply to technology is what I'm saying, but I want to come back to technology. Is I want to really personally think about and continue to investigate as I sort of continue my AI journey of really thinking about it through that framing. Is how can you use, for example, ChatGPT in your day-to-day life in a way that would actually create more beauty, more sort of serendipity, spontaneity, moments of unexpected joy. Like, how can we do it? So I don't know the answer to this question. I'm just having this conversation here just to kind of get across kind of where my thinking is currently. And I'm really looking forward to hopefully people watching this video and responding back to me and giving me anything interesting that they have tried around reframing the use of AI in a way that is bringing more vibrancy, more variance, more sort of interesting experiences other than just that basic, how can we use it to be very monotonous and gray and efficient. So it's a challenge for me, it's a challenge for you. Please get back to me, put it in the comments. Let me know what you're thinking on this, and how we can sort of all of us together try to sort of stop AI from going down this path of just relentless soul crushing efficiency. It's a great tool. I think we can really leverage it positively, but somehow we have to figure out a way to do that. So that's my thinking. I haven't really come to a final conclusion yet, but the journey continues, and we are very, very early in this new world that it's building. So there's still a chance to form it because it has not set. So that's why I'm kind of quite very interested in seeing how we can, around the margins, try to push this in a different direction. Anyways, cheers. Have a great day.